Hello, everybody, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on the Let's podcast. Let's, as you may know, is a non-profit organization in Zambia combating domestic violence. This warning aims to empower listeners to make informed choices about whether or not to continue listening to this episode. It will contain content that may be alarming to some listeners. As we're a domestic abuse service, we'll be talking to survivors, perpetrators. We will also be discussing different topics that may affect our mental health and well-being, including self-harm, suicide, substance misuse, and those types of issues. If you would like to reach us for support, please do. We are around, but please understand we are not a crisis service. You can also access our website where you'll be able to access and use free resources. Thank you. We are joined by the lovely guest speaker, Shorna Besa. She is going to talk to us a little bit about her story. In her story, she talks about some challenges she's experienced and how she's overcome those, and a little bit about who she is and what she's trying to achieve, as well as what she advocates for. Shorna has a diagnosis of sickle cell disease, which is a lifelong inherited blood disorder that impacts the hemoglobin, the protein that carries oxygen in the body. Genetic mutations cause the production of faulty hemoglobin called hemoglobin S, which transforms flexible red blood cells into rigid sickle-shaped cells. These abnormal cells can block blood flow, causing pain and organ damage. Sickle cell can lead to serious complications, including infections, stroke, acute chest syndrome, and organ failure. And Shorna advocates for herself. She's going to talk a little bit about this, the sickle cell, and some of her experiences, as I've said. So a really warm welcome, Shorna. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I was born and raised in Lewisham, and I would say that I'm very academic. I go straight to academia because it's something I enjoy doing, and it's something that I continue to pursue. So I finished my undergrad in 2023.
Amazing.
And I graduated with my master's degree last year.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Amazing. What were those in? Sorry.
So my undergrad, I majored in health studies, minored in applied social care, and then my master's degree was in public health.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well done, you.
Thank you. Yeah. I take a lot of pride in academia. I think it comes from the fact that as I was growing up, I always had to study.
Mm-hmm.
And as a child, you kind of don't want to study all the time. You get to a point where you get bored. But somehow I managed to, use that to my advantage. And the older I got and the more I specialized, I guess, as in I went to uni and I was able to specifically choose what I wanted to study, I think that's when I really locked in. And yeah, I took it further with a master's degree, even though admittedly my parents didn't want me to do a master's degree. They wanted me to work first, but I said no.
It's fine.
So I went straight and did my master's degree. And yeah, I don't regret it at all. Yeah, and I think it's put me at an advantage in terms of the job that I've managed to land, and also just my knowledge as well for myself, because I'm an advocate for me, and I also strive to be an advocate for people with sickle cell, because I have the condition. So I think specializing in health is definitely something that I do feel was something good that also came out of my education as well.
Absolutely. Would you mind just like explaining a little bit about sickle cell?
Yeah. So sickle cell is a inherited red blood condition that mainly affects individuals of African or Caribbean descent. So what it does is, instead of the red blood cells to remain a normal disc shape, when they fully develop, they can basically become misshaped. So they can either become crescent shaped, or funnily enough, they can pretty much become any shape that isn't normal, which I recently found out. And what that does is, because the cells change shape, there is less flexibility in the cells. So usually red blood cells are tasked with carrying oxygen around the body. So the hemoglobin is what binds the oxygen to it, I believe. So when they change shape, they carry less oxygen, become less flexible, and they are more prone to getting stuck in blood vessels. And because of that, that can cause a whole array of issues. So from blood clotting to pain anywhere in the body, there are a lot of other really bad symptoms, like strokes and, yeah, other very bad symptoms that, yeah, you wouldn't wish on anybody. So
Gosh.
yeah, but the most common is the pain, which is specifically known as vaso-occlusion. And those can pretty much land you in hospital if they are continuous and they do not react to painkillers.
What's vaso-occlusion?
Vaso-occlusion is basically the pain that is experienced from the blockage of red blood cells
Okay,
in,
wow.
yeah, in the blood vessels. So once they're stuck, there's less oxygen going to that area wherever the blockage is, and then the pain sort of comes out as a result of that. Yeah, yeah.
That sounds so awful and
It's not
painful, and
great.
I'm sorry that I'm sorry that you have that diagnosis, but I'm so pleased to see that you look so well and you sound so well, and you're still choosing to live your life despite these hardships. What was it like doing your masters when you've like have tough times like that?
It was it was interesting, um, because not only was I doing my masters, I was working full time as well. So because of that, I think it was challenging, to say the least. Um, but I somehow managed to get through it. So yeah, it was tough, but it definitely did well in the end.
Thank you for sharing that. Just while we're just still on the sickle cell topic, we met because
I think you're cutting out.
oh, am I?
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, I thought you were doing this, and I thought, oh no. Okay, no. Uh, um, we met because you were doing this amazing fundraising. Do you want to just tell us a little bit about that?
Yep. So I came across a advert from Mind. They were doing a fundraiser and a mind walk as well. So I one of the first thoughts that I had was, okay, I enjoy walking. Usually when I see fundraisers, it's running, and I'm not an athlete, so I would struggle. Yeah, so I basically just thought, okay, I would enjoy walking, and I would like to fundraise or raise money for the charity as well, because sickle cell, as much as it's physical, it's also quite a mental condition as well. Like, it's a daily struggle. So I signed up and started raising money for the charity, and then I also completed the walk on Sunday, actually, just gone.
Was it good?
Thank you. Yeah, it was good. I was under the impression, though, that it was 10 or 13,000 steps. I don't know where I got that from, but it was actually 10 kilometers. So I ended up walking like 17,000 steps the whole course, which is a lot.
That is a lot in a day. Were your legs screaming afterwards?
Not really, surprisingly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was actually okay, although it hit me really badly yesterday. I was extremely tired, but I've definitely recovered, though. I don't feel any pain or anything.
Maybe you are an athlete and you're just hiding it.
Probably. Not the running kind, though.
Not the running kind. Yeah, no, the walking kind. There's walking athletes. We can be walking athletes. That sounds amazing. Did you raise like how much you sort of wanted, or?
No.
No.
But it's fine.
It was on your first one, wasn't it?
Sorry, say that again?
It was only your first one.
Yeah, it was my first one, so I guess I know what to do a bit more the next time round if I was to raise money for a charity. So I'm not going to beat myself up for not getting my target.
Oh my gosh, absolutely don't, because you still raise something and that's what matters.
Yeah, definitely.
It's better than like most people who don't even try, don't even do anything. So well done you. And I'm glad that you've recovered.
Thank you.
So I wanted to just like jump into some questions. What part of your story do you feel really defines who you are today? It's quite a big question.
Yeah. I would say, going back to my sickle cell, I'd say that's definitely had a huge impact on my story, because I was at an event a few weeks ago, and someone said something that resonated with me. They said that out of pain comes purpose. And yes, sickle cell has hurt me a lot, not just physically and mentally, but emotionally as well. So even though that's happened, I've managed to create purpose out of it, where I mentioned how I want to basically start advocating for people with sickle cell as well as myself. I have started a YouTube channel, and as much as I can as possible, I post on LinkedIn as well about sickle cell, just to spread awareness on that platform. And I do feel that sickle cell is my life purpose now. I do strive on trying to make the world a better place for people with sickle cell, because it's not the friendliest at the moment when it comes to treatment of us and everything.
No. I'm sorry that you've experienced that, and that you do continue to every day, because it's a lifelong diagnosis, isn't it? But that's quite a profound way of thinking. From pain comes purpose, and the fact that resonated with you. in more than just a physical way. That's like physical, emotional, mental, you said. That's quite a big calling. And I wish you the best of luck. If I can do anything to help, please tell me. Do you want to let us know what your YouTube channel is so people can check it out?
Yes, so it's Sickle Synced by Shorna. So the way you spell my name is Shorna.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's basically my channel name.
Oh. And the meaning? Synced bicycle?
So Sickle Synced, I randomly just came up with the name and it just made sense because a lot of people don't understand what it is. To this day, I still get questions about what it is and things like that. But my aim is to get people to understand it. So Sickle Synced is basically just another way of saying that people have an understanding
Mm-hmm.
of it. So yeah, that's the best way I can put it.
Okay.
The information about sickle cell in people's mind is synced to what it actually is rather than them not having an understanding of it.
Okay, yeah. That's what I got from what you were describing. But when you first said the name of your channel, the first thing that came to my head was your life is synced by your sickle cell. I know that it isn't. I know that your life isn't defined by it, but that's what that came into my head. Oh, yeah, really good name. So you've posted on there a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to keep doing it, and LinkedIn as well, you said?
Yes.
Okay, so people can check you out on LinkedIn as well. Yes. Yep. Okay, that's great. What's the most difficult obstacle that you've overcome, and what did it teach you?
So I would say that there's quite a lot of obstacles when I think about it. But I would say...
You can say a few if you want. You don't have to stick to one.
I would say that one huge obstacle was doing my master's whilst working a full-time job too. Mm-hmm. That was a lot.
Yeah.
Because I'd worked part-time whilst doing my undergrads, but that was not at the capacity that I was doing in my master's. It was completely different because when you're doing a master's, it's more independent. Mm-hmm. And it would require more discipline. And then to add responsibility to that, I had to pay my bills. So I had to basically work full time too. And that was interesting. But I do feel that coming out on the other sides, I'm definitely a lot more resilient. Mm-hmm. And I would also say I'm strong as well because, wow, no, it's not for the faint-hearted to do that. No. It's really not. It's really challenging.
What did you do full time? What was your job?
So I started my job as a social prescribing link worker whilst completing my degree. Before that, I did have a part-time role, but I wouldn't say that job was too difficult. I was just a receptionist before moving over to social prescribing.
Okay. I mean, receptionist roles can also be quite difficult depending on your customers that you get. But social prescribing, 100% is a hard role in itself. Yeah. Then to chuck your masters on top of that. Wow. Yeah. Amazing. Well done. Yeah. You for what a hard feat. Great that you've done it. And you just said you've got more resilient, and I'm really happy to hear that because that's what this show is about. Like building resilience, gaining, recognizing, seeing resilience in where we can, you know. How do you continue to learn and grow?
Yeah.
In yourself, in your life?
I personally enjoy reading books, which admittedly I haven't done in a while because I'm still recovering from my master's degree, reading articles every day and stuff. But
Yeah.
I like to definitely um, increase my knowledge through reading self-help books or non-fiction books. I also would say that one key element of growth is learning when to remain stagnant sometimes. I know it's quite contradictory to something I've said, that I've needed to keep moving in order to get to where I am today, but sometimes growing is being able to remain still for a while and actually giving yourself that time to rest. I feel like nowadays we're so engrossed in the hustle culture and having to do things all the time, wake up at 2 in the morning before everyone else and all of this stuff. But sometimes it's just about taking a back seat and just letting yourself breathe before you continue going. Yeah.
I 100% agree with what you're saying. I 100% agree with the needing to take a breath and the way that the world is so hustle and bustle and everybody's rushing, everybody's busy, everybody's like, oh, yeah. I think it is. I think I was telling somebody yesterday, the ability to be able to sit in your own space and have your own time, quality time with yourself, is such a great skill, such a great quality to have, and a lot of people really struggle with that. So yeah, you're right. I think I do agree that growth is being able to sit still and breathe and just look at the flowers, smell the coffee, as they say, isn't it? Do you like coffee?
Pretty much, yeah. No, but I do like matcha though.
Oh, okay. Fancy coffee. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's an accomplishment that you're most proud of? And what steps did you take to achieve it? Is that your master's?
That one, but something else came to mind whilst you were mentioning how people find it difficult to sit with themselves in their own space.
Mm-hmm.
I would say a huge accomplishment for me, especially in this day and age, is the fact that I'm able to go out by myself. Now, I don't just mean take myself to the shops and do my daily food shop for the week or whatever that is, but I would say that I go out by myself in a degree of going to fancy restaurants by myself. I've even been abroad solo by myself as well.
Oh, amazing!
Which, yeah, a lot of people can't say that they're confident in doing that. So I would say it's an accomplishment because I realized that, especially in this life, you can't wait for people.
No.
Because if you wait for people, you'll pretty much be waiting forever. And yeah, I just decided I don't want to be that person that has to be reliant on everybody before I actually can do something.
Mm-hmm.
So I just decided to, go out of my own way and do things for myself, which makes me feel a lot better, actually.
And that's amazing. I'm so proud of you. Like the fact that you're also so young, and that you've done that. Can you say you're proud of somebody that you just met? I don't know if you can, but I am. I feel really proud of you for being able to do that. And you're right. There's so many people that can't. And when I did it, I only recently did it, and I shit myself. I don't feel. Oh, I just swore on radio. Oops. I was like in my 30s,
Yeah.
and it was it was scary and exciting, but yeah, I agree. The fact that is such a huge accomplishment. Being able to be on your own, be in your own company, be confident in who you are. Go to a fancy restaurant by yourself. That is a top high five.
Thank you.
Where was the last good place you ate?
Ooh.
Or what was the last good food you had?
Oh wow, I've been put on the spot with that one.
Sorry. Okay, good food. Just what's the most recent really good meal you've had? Could even have been at home.
I don't know why I have to think about that one, but I would say there was something I made recently. Oh, now I remember. Because I've cooked quite a bit after that meal that I've had, but I cook it a lot. Um, so I started making, it sounds really weird, but it's really nice. Um, Peanut noodles with mincemeat. It sounds really, really horrible, but when you cook it, it just, yeah, it looks amazing and it tastes great as well. And it doesn't take that long to cook. That's why I started cooking it a lot.
So peanut butter,
And it's
mince,
my go-to.
and noodles.
Yeah.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
that sounds quite interesting actually, because I've had peanut butter chicken, and
Yeah.
yeah, there's a couple of dishes with nuts in, like there's some Zambian vegetables where you can put ground nuts in and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I might have to give that a try. Do you fry the mince?
So you prepare the mince first, you cook it and season it, and then you put the mincemeat to the side, and then in the same pot, once it's emptied, you basically cook the peanut sauce, and then once that's cooked down, you add some noodles, and then you can add vegetables if you want, that's optional, and then throw the mincemeat back in.
Oh, nice.
Doesn't take that long. It's really
No.
convenient.
Yeah. Does because mince? Yeah, that sounds like quite a 7-minute kind of dish. Yeah, that sounds great. I might give it a try. If I try, I'll send you a message and a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, please.
Yeah, we'll do. That sounds really good. I was wondering if you wanted to take a 5-minute break.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I think I love music, and I love how it's so international, and it like can touch every person, every society, every culture, every race, every just in a different kind of way. And I love using it to enhance like stories. Yeah. I just wanted to say thanks again. Thank you so much again for coming on and doing the interview. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate your time and your honesty, and I'm really enjoying getting to know you and your story. So just thinking about your story, what motivates you to keep on going, considering everything?
Firstly, God, because I am 200% sure that I would not be here today if it wasn't because of God. I have been through hell on earth, literally, on several occasions. So I would definitely say that, all glory to God because, yeah, I don't know what life would have been like if at all. And then I would also say my dad as well. Yeah, he has definitely kept me going. Like, he supported me a lot, especially through, like, raising me. And then also, yeah, yeah. I don't know what else to say, like, he's my dad. So,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
that's fair. That's fair. God, God is absolutely amazing. God is so good, so good and kind, and the fact that you've got a dad in person, like Father God, but also a dad, your dad, which has guided you and helped you, is amazing. What about like what is there anything that you think um came like you do or experience or try and do when you were through the really tough times? Like what specifically was keeping you from like, was it speaking to your dad or?
When you just go through things and it's second nature that you don't actually think about what you're doing in moments like that.
Yeah.
Funnily enough. Um, but thinking on a difficult time, you know what? I think my dad is a joke when I call him. He's like, I'm working, right? Or he complains that I call him because sometimes like he prefers text messages, but I'm the polar opposite. I like phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but no, I enjoy calling my dad, and I think in moments where life is tough as well, just calling my dad helps.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say, yeah. I know he doesn't really hate the fact that I call him. He just complains about it as a joke, I suppose. Yeah.
Dads secretly love it, especially daughters. He'll be like probably doing a happy dance when you hang up the phone, like, my daughter called me. What? I'm telling you, as a parent, I'm telling you, that's like what we do. Okay, that's amazing. What are you most passionate about, and what are your passions?
My passions would be off the back of advocating for sickle cell, I'd say research.
Mm-hmm.
I find myself doing a lot of research and I enjoy that. I get to learn new things or try and understand new things, not on a base level of just looking at websites and any information that's fed back from Google, but reading articles and journals as well, like actually reading information from people who are behind actual research is something that I'm passionate about. I think that's why I like academia so much.
It's just literally in my brain. I was like, "Oh, you said academia before." Yeah, yeah, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. So that's one thing I enjoy doing um, in terms of what I'm passionate about. And then the sickle cell advocacy is definitely something I'm passionate about too. There's a lot of projects that I want to create or if possible get involved in terms of advocating for sickle cell and helping those who have the condition. I know what they are. It's just they're on a larger scale, so that's why I'm working from the ground up to get there. Yeah.
Well, the research is really going to help you and inform you with every like all of the different types that you've just mentioned.
Yeah.
And Let's is we were talking about it on the music break. Let's is going to be open in Zambia, and although it's a domestic violence service, it's quite all encompassing. So we want to be supporting children, we want to be supporting women fleeing from DV, we want to be supporting men, perpetrators, but also victims. And then just thinking about everything that might come into place with in a domestic abuse situation. You know, the children are affected in many different ways. Women are affected in their own way, men are affected in their own way, but then also just the substance misuse is an issue in Zambia, and sexual health is an issue in Zambia. So we're going to be trying to make an impact in different services. So I'll keep you in the loop, and the more networking I'm making in Zambia and stuff, you don't like you said that you wanted to make an impact over there because you're half Zambian. So we need that's partly our home, isn't it? So trying to make a difference over there, I'll do what I can in terms of Let's and getting you LinkedIn and connected. Can you tell me a little bit about what you do for fun?
Oh, I'm a very boring person outside of academia.
Really?
Yeah.
You went to
you
went to that club that you're gonna take me to in Hounslow?
Oh yeah, I mean that club is quite interesting. It's a good club. They play Afrobeats and Bashment and R&B. So I mean, I guess I put my hands up. I'm not that boring.
Okay.
I go to the club sometimes. But what else do I do? Um, okay, I do go out. on my own, like to discover new things.
That's amazing.
Where was the last place I went by myself? I'm actually trying to think about that.
Okay.
Because I go to, places that you wouldn't usually go to. The last place that I can remember taking myself to it was months ago, but it was a steakhouse.
Oh, nice.
It was really good.
What did you have?
And I would do it again, even though everyone around me was in a relationship. And I was just the one person sitting there by myself. And I know people were looking at me thinking, that's weird. I was like, okay, I'm here to have a good time. I don't know about you, but
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And you don't need anyone else there to help you enjoy food. It's going in your mouth. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. So, yeah. Everyone else that was there, they looked quite bored, but I'm thinking, how are you bored if you're with other people? I guess. What can you do?
They were probably looking at you thinking, oh, I wish I could be here on my own. I don't have the guts to do that. I know a lot of people that would say that. I know many people who are like, I can't even go to the cinema on my own. And I'm like, but no one can see you. You're in the dark and you can't talk anyway. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh gosh. No, yeah. I've taken myself to the cinema before, actually.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Shorna, for joining us on the show. You've been absolutely amazing. It's been wonderful meeting you, and I can't wait to continue to be part of your journey.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Music possesses the profound ability to stir the deepest emotions within us, transcending language and connecting us to shared human experiences. Its intricate harmonies and rhythms paint a vivid soundscape that evokes joy and sorrow or a profound sense of wonder, leaving an indelible mark on the soul. And that is why I ask my guests to normally choose 2 songs that will fit with their story. So please share.
D&D by Rema is more than just an upbeat song. I would say it's a reflection of resilience. This song is one of those songs that you need as an energy boost, and reminds you that you need to avoid distractions from the outside world. You need to block out criticisms from everybody around you. And it's literally you versus you. Not against you, but you're working with yourself together to achieve your goals and to get to where you want to be in life. So yeah, I love this song so much, and it never fails to uplift me each and every time I listen to it. Angel Numbers / Ten Toes by Chris Brown is such a moving song. That song can literally have me in tears at times. It's a beautiful song with such a beautiful meaning. It's basically an encapsulation of keeping your head above water and not letting your mental health get you down, and don't let anxiety get to you. Don't let, I guess, in general, mental health get to you. I know it's easier said than done, but I feel like this song is also, aside from it being emotional, it also does remind you that you can get better from mental health and you can recover from whatever challenges that you may be facing mentally. The song is just beautiful, all in all.
Thank you so much for joining us. And as I said before, if there's anything that you want to talk about, ask about, anything you want to reach out to us, you can reach us through the Let's website, where you can email us, and it's also got a WhatsApp line if you want to support that way, keeping in mind we're not a crisis service. That is www.letsstoptheabuse.com. Again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting us. Let's talk again soon.